Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts, Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy!
Hey, fellas and peeps out there in listening land and viewing world and the YouTubers. This Bill and Dennis and Alan, we're back for another episode of Ages of Rock podcast. This is episode number 312. That seems like a lot.
It is a lot.
It is a lot. Okay. Anyway, tonight we're going to do something different. We don't have a guest on tonight, which has been a little bit rare thing for us. We've had the string of having guests on, which has been great, but also good for us just to have a little time to chit chat, stuff like that. I'd say we could do album acquisitions, but I don't think there's been anything acquired that I know of anytime recently. I got some stuff coming though. I have one in the mail. Yeah, so waiting on those, but that's about it for me on album acquisitions. Acquisitions. What shirt you got on, Dennis? I mean, you're wearing a shirt. That's a guy. Thank God.
It's a friend of mine got it for me for Christmas. It's a
nice.
It's a Kiss shirt. But I've never seen it.
Is that Ace or is that Tommy? I can't. I'm just kidding. I'm just totally kidding you.
But it's
I just want to see you wear a Tommy shirt. I was gonna bust your.
Some brand that's H. I don't know what. I have to look at this. I don't have to.
Hillfinger.
Yeah.
No, it's I can't see what
Helsinki. It's made in Helsinki.
I don't know if it's an actual. I don't know if Gene got any money off of it. Who knows?
Well, but Gene, the best way to tell if Gene got money off of it, look in the back tag. If it has the official Kiss logo in it, it is licensed merchandise.
I don't think it's licensed.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Speaking of that, have you seen you can get now official Gene Simmons merchandise? There's money bag merchandise, like you can get just about everything.
It's got the one of them with the pound sign. One of them's got the pie symbol. Yeah, I've seen all of those.
Yep, he is. He's putting it out there.
Getting ready to stop touring. He's got to do something to make money.
I don't need it. I don't
let Uncle Gene go broke.
I don't need any of that. Actually, I'm done.
You don't need any of that. I'm not buying any, but
I'm not buying.
I think the money bag shirt's kind of cool though. Just the shirt with the money bag's kind of cool.
Now, what's funny is if you find that, I mean, anybody that's got a Cricut and knows how to convert a PNG to an SVG file can make their own money bag shirt. Right. That's what I ought to do is get all of those logos and make one with every logo on the front of it. Next time I meet Gene, hey dude, what's up?
I'm gonna go, you owe me for that. Before we go any further.
Finger right in the middle tue, a big cutout of a finger.
Yeah, that's a dollar sign right here.
Yeah. That would be funny. That's what it should be. That's what it should be.
That would be funny. Oh my gosh.
You have to have two of them though, right?
I might have to design that and send it to Gene. This is my gift to you, Gene.
There you go. Exactly.
So well, another subject, we talk about that.
Yeah, some other Kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Ken Kelly passed away.
Yeah.
So Ken Kelly, who did the artwork for Love Gun and Destroyer and other things, and Manowar. Is it Manowar? Is that right?
Bunch of stuff. Yeah.
He's done a bunch of albums.
Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Great artist. I actually got to meet him in Atlanta. I think is where I met him. We went to the Atlanta Expo. I went to meet Ken Kelly. You guys went to meet Vinnie Vincent. I know that's how it went, but I got got what I wanted. I paid just a mere dollars for an autograph and a photo. So I know that you guys paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to meet Vinnie. So
none, zilch, zero. Don't give a shit.
I just thought I'd bring it. I just thought I'd throw it out there just for fun, kicks and giggles. Anyway, rest in peace, Mr. Kelly. You did some great artwork and something that Kiss fans all around the world have enjoyed for many, many years. So there you go. Speaking of that too, I don't know if you guys know that, but know it or not, but our buddies from over at Shout Out Loudcast, Tom and Zeus over there, Tom lost his wife last week before that, something like that. And that we haven't had time to talk about it. So just want to shout out to him. Our condolences from the Ages of Rock podcast, guys. Definitely. That's got to be something that I think none of us want to ever have to try to figure out how to go through. So God bless you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, okay. So what I want to talk about, so let's talk about a couple things. One is, what about the Paul backing tracks thing? And I've been thinking about this a little bit more, and I've been reading it. And to be honest with you, I'll go first. I don't really give a shit. I don't care. He probably needs a little boost, and so what?
Right. Okay.
If he's completely lip syncing, that'd piss me off. But I don't think he's completely lip syncing, because if he was, when that occurred, and you could see that, and Alan, you're muted, buddy.
You can't hear.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Alan needs a backing track, because
Alan needs a backing track. That's exactly right. That's exactly what we needed. But if he needs a little boost, I get it. I mean, he's 70-some years old. He's not 30 anymore. I don't have an issue with it too much.
You don't want to hear my,
But yeah, I mean, we'll get there. But I know that I can tell you, I've been told by somebody that knows that just about every band that rolls into a stadium anymore is using some kind of backing vocals, backing tracks, backing instruments, whatever. Almost, if not every single one,
except for Bon Jovi.
I was getting ready to say the single thing.
Bon Jovi is not exempt from that. He just it may not have been him. It may not have been his backing tracks. It may have been some other backing vocals, but people are using them.
Yeah.
It's very common.
I believe it.
Well, you just ask Eddie Trunk. He will tell you everybody uses them except his buddies Def Leppard. That don't use anything. And I've been to enough Def Leppard shows. I can hear, because Rick Allen, for one, has one arm. So he's not playing a ride cymbal and a hi-hat at the same time. And I can hear them both at the same time in certain spots and certain songs.
Well, it's okay to do that. You just can't use vocals.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, at one time it was purported that Joe Elliott was using some backing tracks, and sometimes it did sound to me like he was using backing tracks. Now, I listened to the when Def Leppard did the Whiskey A Go-Go thing.
It's a really good recording.
That Sirius XM thing.
I like that.
That whole fucking recording was fire. There was a couple of times Joe Elliott was singing, and I thought, who does he have singing for him? Because it didn't sound like him at all. But yeah, and my favorite part of the whole thing, and Dennis may agree with this, is when they did Bringing on the Heartbreak.
Right.
They did Switch 625 with
it. They've been doing that live though for a while now.
Yeah, so but they've not been doing the Switch 625 part.
What is that? I don't know what that means.
That's the instrumental after.
Instrumental.
Oh, okay.
It's the instrumental after Bringing on the Heartbreak on the
They did
album.
it in Evansville last time we were here. So it was kind of
cool. But that was like back in the 1900s or something. Kidding. I don't remember.
I don't remember when they were here a couple years ago.
Yeah. Well, every time that I've seen them, they've done Bringing on the Heartbreak, but not Switch.
Right. Is that on YouTube? Is that where you guys saw that?
No, I have Sirius XM.
Yeah, I heard it there too.
Okay, so
they played Hair Nation Radio.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on that
when the Diamond Star Halo album come out. It was Def Leppard Radio for like 6 days, and they played that show nonstop. They play the show, and then they do an hour or two worth of Def Leppard songs. Then they play the show again, and they do an hour. And honestly, if you really wanted to hear that, and you can probably still hear it. I've been on Classic Rewind, and it'll be playing on there. Flip over to the 80s channel. Sometimes it's playing on there. So you're going to get plenty of opportunities. I would like to see them release that as a live DVD and a live CD, because it was that good.
Good. That's good. Good for them. That's cool.
But you better be a Hysteria fan, because that's almost the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because they did Photograph, Foolin', and Rock of Ages off of Pyromania, Bringing on the Heartbreak, and Switch 625. That's on, is that High and Dry?
Yes, I think.
And then the rest of the album, well, they opened the show with one of the songs from Diamond Star Halo, and then about 4 or 5 songs in, they did another song. And then the rest of it was High and Dry, Hysteria, and
well, that was their prep, right, for the tour.
Yeah,
right.
So you're only going to hear those 10 songs anyway. Probably. 12 songs, so that makes sense.
Well, when they do their full tour, they will probably throw in some of the stuff from Adrenalize. Is that the one that's got Let's Get Rocked on it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
They'll probably.
They didn't do that. So that wasn't on there.
Nope.
Wow. Interesting.
They did Rocket.
The newest song that they did was 34 years old.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
You know, okay, so here's my take on the Kiss thing.
We were talking about
I'm like you. I don't mind the fact that Paul's we know he's using backing tracks or to help him, because during in between songs when he's doing his rap, he's so hoarse. You can't even hardly, he's like got razor blades in his throat or gargling glass, But then when he starts singing, it ends up all of a sudden it's perfect again. It's like, or not perfect, but a lot better. My thing is Gene and Paul are arrogant motherfuckers, and they've been, Gene's been doing this for years. You don't get trackings, backing tracks with us, and blah blah blah.
Somebody sent me a video of Gene getting on people.
Right.
Be honest to your fans. Don't use backing tracks.
Well, and Paul just at one of the, they don't do the meet and greets anymore. They do that, that they go to hear the tune up or whenever they go do the thing.
Well, they do a sound check.
I don't know if it was the one. I don't think it was the one where Gene was in the robe, but it was one of them recent. And Paul made a thing. He said, "You'll hear this song tonight, and you're not going to hear a backing track."
That was that. It was at that.
Was it on that one? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He said it a couple of times.
And here he once again, they're being arrogant, but you know what? He got caught. I wonder how much
just to let it
Eric
go.
got. I mean, Eric has been so good. I mean, I can't believe it hasn't happened before this.
It has happened before, I think.
Has it?
That's not the first time that has happened.
But it's rare.
But here's the thing. What's Paul going to do? Fire Eric?
No. Fire Eric.
No. At this point in the game, Eric could just get up and walk off the drums in the middle of the show.
Right.
Fucking fire me, dude.
But you know what? But
and
you know what
it's
the
probably
thing
over.
is? Gene and Paul just need to shut the fuck up, play their songs, gather their money, and go to the next show and be done with it. Stop getting off your fucking high horse. Stop getting on all these interviews, claiming that you're the fucking greatest in the world and you don't do this and you don't do that. You know what? You do that. You do it just like everybody else does. Stop being so arrogant. There, I've said
that. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you there.
That shit
it's
pisses me off.
Well, yeah, just stop talking about it.
Yeah, just stop talking.
Or own it. Just own it and say, you know what?
No,
we got to have a little help.
Yeah,
that's it. Just because.
I mean, Paul's flat said it. If you want to hear me singing stuff from 19 whatever, go get the record and listen to it.
Yeah,
because I can't hit that shit no more.
Yeah, I want to hear Heaven's on Fire, but I don't have to hear the beginning of it because
any of that shit during the when they took the makeup off and with Bruce, he can't sing any of that shit, and because it's so fucking high. So anyway, but stop being so arrogant. But like I said, does it bother me? No, because like you said, everybody else fucking does it too. So
yeah, I wasn't too worried about that. And then last question I have for you guys, and we'll get started. So I saw that.
Well, before you ask a question and we get started, I also want to point out that Alec John Such from Bon Jovi, he passed away.
Yeah.
There was somebody else that passed away too.
The guy from
Yes, Alan White. Thank you.
There you go.
I think his name was Alan White.
The drummer.
Yeah. Thank you.
I couldn't remember if we talked about
it. Been a bad few weeks.
Did you guys see the thing real quick too? It just happened. It was the last day or so.
Was it the dude from the Chili Peppers?
No. This is true. This happened over
from a few days ago.
This happened in Sweden. It's at that fest. That Richie Cotton or Cotton. I don't know how you say his name.
Richie Kotzen.
Kotzen. No, James Cotton. It's James Cotton. He's actually from Louisville, Kentucky. Did you know?
Oh, the drummer for Scorpions.
Oh, you're talking about from.
Yeah, he was from Kingdom. He was Kingdom Come's drummer, and then he did the Scorpions. So he's playing with Kingdom Come again. And I'm telling you what,
that was a bad video. And I don't mean bad.
No, that was bad drumming. Everybody in the band keeps walking back to him going, you need to get it, step it up. And I mean, there's times where he's almost to the point where he's almost falling asleep, dude. I mean, it's fucking horrible. Yeah,
drugs do that.
No, it's alcohol. That's why he got fired from the Scorpions. Yeah. So anyway, I
thought he got fired from Scorpions for saying racist stuff.
Well, maybe, but it said
he probably said it when he was drunk. So both.
Wikipedia says alcoholism is what got him kicked off.
It could be, yeah.
But anyway, no, that's a real. I felt for those guys. I mean, it was like that's got to be the worst situation ever when your drummer is just constant. I mean, no timekeeping whatsoever, and just slower and slower. And I mean, it's really ridiculous.
Well, I saw them one time back in 1980, whatever,
Right?
probably
Yeah,
7.
Yeah,
88.
you told that story about that.
I've told that story,
Yep.
and I didn't watch the video because I saw the wreck. I saw the train wreck live, and it
So
was
it hasn't
back
got any
then
better.
when they were supposed to be headlining the show. So,
So yeah,
I'm
that was-
100% confident it didn't get any better.
yeah, I've seen it on YouTube for the last day or so, and then I just watched it like 40 minutes ago, and I'm like, oh my god, it was bad. So anyway,
Yep.
so they'll be looking for a new Kingdom Come. Will be looking for a new drummer here soon. So anybody,
Well, and to get a spot on that show, that's a pretty good spot to get.
And it was a daytime spot. It was an early morning spot.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
he's fucked up at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a long night. So anyway,
got to do what you got to do.
Anyway,
all right, you guys ready to go?
I'm done interrupting you for now, Bill.
That's all right. It's no problem. All right, so what we're gonna do, these magazines and other folks keep putting these little lists out there, and it's like, well, that looks pretty cool. What can we do with that? So I saw a list a couple weeks ago from Heavy Metal Magazine that was posted on Twitter, and it is albums that came out in 1989. So there are, I don't know, 27, it feels like. Albums that came out. How much is it? How many?
I'm looking at
25.
4.
I can read Alan
20.
Nyman.
There's 20.
20. Now it's 20,
4
21.
across, 5
I don't know.
down.
I can't read him. Anyway,
4 times
can't
5
read his
is-
lips.
4
I don't
times
want
5 is
Anyway,
20.
so what we're gonna do is just go through each record and just say what our favorite song, what our song was off the record, because we all made playlists, or we're supposed to make playlists.
I did.
And then we'll go from there. So
Okay.
there you go. All right. The first record that came out in 1989, and I did see this tour in Evansville, Indiana.
Okay, now when you say the first record that came out in 1989,
I'm talking about the first record on the list that
On
came
the
out
list.
in 1989.
Yes.
just
I don't
wanted-
know if it's the first record that came out
It
in
is not.
1989. And
I have all the dates on my list here.
Okay.
So. Go
So
ahead.
the first record on the list is Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood. So who wants to
September
go
1,
first?
1989.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Since
Sure.
I butted in.
Sure.
No, that's what we'll do. We'll just I'll announce it. You go
Sure.
first and say the date, and then we'll do that.
Yeah. Do it that way.
Okay.
official.
This one will be the first of several difficult ones for me to choose from because they're such great albums. But ultimately, I ended up picking Same Old Situation because, as he says on stage live, this song is about lesbian pussy. Of course, you probably can't say that now like you could back in 1989.
Pretty sure you can't.
It'd be something.
Well,
about
you
a
can,
buff-
but you might get your ass beat.
It'd be something about a buffet. Okay, there's my fat joke for the day. Sorry.
Wouldn't it be a muffet since it was
Yeah. Wow.
That's pretty good.
Alan's in rare form today.
Wow. That's awesome. You never get you gotta write that down. You never get that
MUFFET.
you never get that from Alan. He's not one of those
I know.
one-liner guys. That's awesome.
Oh, Alan is full of one-liners. Just ask all my coworkers and my wife. They're all tired of hearing them.
So are we, but anyway, go ahead.
All right, what do you got, Dennis?
All right. So I went with Feel Good's a great song, but it's one of those things I just, the burn factor on a lot of these albums are bad. So anyway, I went with Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away. I like that song. I think it's a good solid. The video is cool.
Yeah, but you're just
It's
talking
just
to Vince. You're telling him to get away from the buffet.
Buffet.
Don't go away mad. Just get your shit and get out of here. You've ate too much.
You go now. You stay here 4 hours.
You so 4 hours.
And everybody that I know
ate all
knows
the crap.
exactly which comedian that was.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep.
But anyway, no, I think that's there are some really good songs on this album, but that's just one that Feel Good's a great song, and then Kickstart, I'm so fucking sick of hearing that I could just puke. So this
Kickstart
is
was my honorable mention for this
Right.
album.
good song. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I do like this song. Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away.
All right, I picked Rattlesnake Shake,
Good song.
and
Great
much like much like the rest of you guys, I could have picked any one of 7 or 8 songs off there.
Right.
Yep.
So good record. All right. Next record up was Skid Row's self-titled debut,
which came out January 24th, 1989. Coincidentally, has a song called Rattlesnake Shake. Not the same song.
Not the same song.
Didn't realize that. Cool.
And this is another one of the, I like every single song on this album. I can't say that about the Dr. Feelgood album, but
Right.
I like every single song on this album. The one I decided to go with is Sweet Little Sister.
It's a good song.
I want to know which one of their sisters they wrote that song about.
I don't know.
Whatever. Maybe that was a groupie they just called her sister. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know.
I don't know. All right, Dennis, what do you got?
All right, I'm gonna go with Youth Gone Wild. I usually don't go with the
Wow.
the big song, but this I've got this album, but I prefer Slave to the Grind better. I mean, there's just better songs on there, I think. I mean, there's some decent songs on here, but Youth Gone Wild is just a really good song. And I didn't want to go ballad. It's like I could have put, but I don't want I picked a lot of ballads, so I ain't gonna do all the albums that way.
Cool.
So anyway, but no, I do like that song. It's a good song.
All right,
Got a
and I
tattoo?
picked my favorite song off this is my favorite song off the record though, and I love every song on the record too.
Right.
I picked Piece of Me.
Good
And I
song,
just
too.
like it's
Yeah.
just a driving.
That was like the number 3 honorable mention. Those songs that just come up and kick you right in your balls.
Yeah, I just
Right.
love that. That whole, like you said, the whole record.
Yeah.
There aren't very many of those though. Like you said, like you guys,
Right.
the whole record is really good. So for me, the next record's a really good one too. I like all the songs off this record too.
Right.
So third record in the list is Warrants, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinkin' Rich.
Came out January 31st, 1989, and Warrant was not on my radar until the following album. Of course, that's when Warrant got on everybody's radar. And this is an album that I know 2 songs from. And the one that I chose was Sometimes She Cries.
Right.
So that is probably about as close to a ballad as I'm going to get on my list.
Right.
Cool.
I'm the same way. I like Warrant a lot, but I think there's better songs on other albums I like better. So, but this one here, I like Big Talk. I think Big Talk's it's a kind of a cool song, and it should have been a little bigger than what it was, I think.
Oh, that's a great song. Danny Lane was such a great songwriter.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. But yeah, Big Talk is my pick.
So this is the rock and roll version of Kid Rock saying it ain't bragging if you can back it up.
Right.
Something like that.
I don't remember the exact line, but anyway,
All right,
your turn, Bill.
Yep. So my song off here is the opener. I'm gonna go with 32 Pennies. That's
That's
a
a good song.
for me good opener, and like I said, love this album. One of my favorites. All right. Album number 4. A band that we're all very familiar with, Kiss, and it's from the Hot in the Shade
Is it?
record. It is.
October 17, 1989.
I missed that. How did I miss that?
How did you miss that, dude?
I think I was
Probably for the same reason a lot of people miss.
Just pick Cadillac Dreams and move on. We're fine.
maybe that's why. Maybe it was. I was going to come back to that because I was having such a hard time. Hold on, so let me
Well,
look at
this is probably one that we had a hard time picking something off of because it's not all that stellar of an album.
Right.
A lot of these songs supposedly were demos or whatever. I had narrowed it down to Love's a Slap in the Face and The Street Giveth and The Street Taketh Away. And because my boy Tommy catches so much grief from so many fans, I picked The Street Giveth because he's got a co-write on that song.
There you go.
That's got a good bass line in it too.
Right.
Which Tommy probably played.
Probably.
Probably.
All right. Yeah, I remember. I don't know why I didn't do it on the thing, but I remember which one I picked. And of course, it was Forever. And I think that's when we talked about this album. I said that was the one song off this album that I really, really liked. I think it was a great video. It's a good ballad. I don't want to go all ballads on the stuff, but there were some good ballads on these albums. And this album got a lot of shitters.
Before you start, Bill, I did want to kind of make a humorous observation. Well, maybe I'll wait till after you say yours, just in case. I don't want to steal your
Oh
thunder.
no, I picked for Forever as well.
Okay.
Well, good.
That's my favorite, but it's that's my only ballad.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Right on.
Yeah, maybe not.
When I was looking these albums up, of course I've got all this information off Wikipedia, so it should be relatively accurate. But one thing that cracked me up is the song "Hide Your Heart" was written by Paul Stanley. I think Desmond Child may have helped. Diane Warren may have been, because it was co-written by Paul Stanley and 2 or 3 other people.
Right.
Well, in the track listing, it says "Hide Your Heart" and in parentheses, a Bonnie Tyler cover. Because her version of that song was actually released before Kiss's version.
Right.
So people
Oh,
call it a Bonnie Tyler cover, even though Paul wrote the fucking song.
That's funny. I don't think I've ever heard that.
I didn't know that.
Well, Bonnie
Useless
Tyler
Kiss
covered
I
it.
know that Ace did it.
Ace did it. Molly Hatchet did it, and Kiss did it.
I didn't know Molly did it. Either.
There is a Molly Hatchet version. You can find it on YouTube.
I'll have to look for it.
Probably shouldn't watch that. Just
Yeah.
anything like whatever. Well, that'd be old.
It's just audio.
Yeah.
I don't know that they ever shot a video for that song.
That's probably a good thing.
I'll have to check it out.
All right. So album number 5 is White Snake.
Yes.
And I forget what the album title is called there.
Slip of the
Slip of the
Slip
tongue.
of the Tongue. Yeah.
tongue. Yeah, there you go.
I didn't write the album title down there. I don't know
I
why.
can't see it it's very little, but I was thinking that's what it was. Yeah.
It was blurry. I had to go look up the album
Yeah,
cover.
absolutely.
And the album covers, like, there were 3 in a row that all look very similar. So it's like
Right.
I had to get the right color.
Yeah,
and-
White Snake didn't do a lot of they kind of used the
There were-
same
there- yeah.
ideas.
That was released on November 7th, 1989. And again, White Snake wasn't really on my radar at the time. So there's 2 songs that off of that album I actually recognized: "Fool for Your Lovin'," 89, because there's a blues cover or a blues version earlier on in their career. And then "The Deeper the Love," and "The Deeper the Love" is the one that I picked for my playlist.
Okay. I picked this song. It was a no-brainer for me. Judgment Day. It is so cashmere. It's not even funny. I mean, Coverdale's got that. I mean, they have that Zeppelin sound no matter what. Coverdale's got a great voice, and Judgment Day is a really good song. I mean,
I heard one of them Coverdale Page songs the other day. I'd forgotten, because I've got that one release that they did, and I heard that song. I'm like, holy shit! Why don't they just get Coverdale to be in Zeppelin?
You can't do it no more. That's the problem.
Well, this
Yeah.
was back. This was back in the 90s.
Coverdale was a great friend. He's got great hair too. He's got some.
He's still got great hair.
He does. He has great hair. I mean, he's a good-looking guy. He is a good-looking guy. So anyway,
You looking for a date?
no, I'm just saying.
I'm just asking.
Well,
I don't know.
Coverdale's first criteria is you have to be able to dance on a Jaguar.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
no shit.
Dennis will break an ankle.
Yeah,
Like,
no
it's like
kidding.
fall off and break his wrist or something.
Yeah.
All
8
right.
more weeks off work.
Yeah.
I find if it'd work, I would do it.
Yeah. So my song off there is Now You're Gone. So again, a record. It's got 3, 4, 5 songs on there that definitely could be
Oh yeah.
on the radar screen for sure. All right. Next up is Tesla with Great Radio Controversy.
Yes.
February 1, 1989. I am not a big Tesla fan, so this one kind of was a little difficult for me, but I picked the album opener, Hang Tough.
A lot of great songs on here. I like this. This was their second album, right? The first one, was
Yeah,
Mechanical
second album.
Residence. So, but no, Heaven's Trail, No Way Out. That song, it's a definite turn it to 10. Always been one of my favorites. Bill,
Well, that was easy. Well,
you like
this
Amity?
ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't have to.
No,
I didn't have to
that's
look it up.
That's a fantastic song. Yeah, but there are some good songs on that album, but that one is just absolutely the best.
Heaven's Trail was my honorable mention on that album. And I knew I was muted because Bill was still talking, or Dennis was still talking.
Oh, okay. But your lips are moving, so I figured you were probably trying to talk.
I was just making excuses.
Okay. It's not working, dude. Well, it would work if I wouldn't have called you out because nobody watches this on video. So, well, 12 people do, maybe. All right, including Dennis. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Dennis
Dennis. We
watches
really
it 12
appreciate it.
I
times.
haven't watched for a
Appreciate
while.
getting our
though.
numbers up. You need to watch it again.
I need to start watching. Yeah, I've been-
All right, next on the list, I've lost the number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Your
7.
number.
Number 7 is the Cult.
Yep.
Sonic Temple is the record.
Released on April 11th, 1989, 2 days after I turned 19.
Yeah, whippersnapper.
This is an old record, man. Wait, all these records are old now. What the fuck? Anyway, again, we're at another band that I know very little about. Firewoman and Sweet Soul Sister are the only 2 songs on that album that I've heard, and Firewoman to me is fire. So that was my selection.
Well, I'm on fire too. I like Firewoman. I like the Cult a lot.
3 people on fire.
But like you said, Alan, I'm not real. I mean, I like the Cult, and I've got the other album, the first one. It's got all the good ones on it. But this song here, or this record here, it's got some decent songs. But like you said, the Firewoman's that's the big hit. So, yep, it's a 3 for 3.
Well, that was easy. Okay, moving right along. I think it's going to get a little quicker here as we go
it's gonna
down. I
get real
think. I
quick.
believe.
Real quick.
So the next one is number 8 is White Lions Big Game.
Big turd.
Big gamey turd. Okay.
Ew. Released August 10th, 1989. I did see White Lion on this tour.
Sorry.
They played, well, no, it was, except for the fact that I had food poisoning. It was a really fun night.
All right.
But we went and saw them in a club in Hanover, Germany. And I don't know if he slipped on a patch of water or what, but Mike Tramp slipped and fell and landed on his back and sang the rest of the song just laying on the floor. Didn't even bother trying to get up.
Tramp did a plant.
That's right.
Tramp plant.
But I'm gonna pick the cover song on this album.
Well, I'm
The
gonna
only
have
other, honestly, the only other song on this album I know is Little Fighter, and I don't care for that song at all.
that song. Yeah, no. So I do like their cover, Radar Love. So I'm gonna go with the cover also. I'm sorry, but it's just this album.
It's okay.
It just doesn't do anything for me. I've just never been a big White Lion fan.
Okay, I'm going to go with the only song I listened to twice, which was Dirty Woman.
See, I don't even know. What
So
that
I
is.
listened to it and I went, oh, I want to go back to that one. So I went back to that one again. I like that one.
There you go.
I tried to pick something a little bit different.
I didn't listen to every album, every song, but I did listen to snippets of every song on every album.
Yep.
And nothing grabbed my balls, so I went with
Oh, well, that's good because
Well, you're about the only person that will grab your balls, aren't you?
that's true.
I'm
Yeah,
not
pretty
grabbing
well.
them.
Pretty well.
Anyway,
okay. Moving on. All right, Faster Pussycat. And
wait a minute.
Wrong.
You skipped
Wrong.
Alice Cooper.
Okay.
Close
Yeah,
it.
see, I've got a line here because I got both
Oh.
of them on the same line. That's why I got it messed up.
Gotcha.
All right. So go with Alice Cooper, Trash.
Released July 25th, 1989. Also saw them in Germany on this tour. Almost died that night, or at least I was afraid I was going to die because I got caught in a wave and hit the floor.
Wow.
That was one of the last times I actually stood on the floor at a concert.
I bet. That's traumatic.
because it was crushing. It was scary. It was really scary. But enough about that. I love this whole album. There's not a stinker on this album as far as I'm concerned. But I chose House of Fire specifically because it was written by Alice Cooper, Desmond Child, and Joan Jett.
What's that?
Honorable mention to Bed of Nails because that was Cooper, Child, Kane Roberts, and Diane Warren.
Cool.
I just don't see Diane Warren's
Okay.
writing a Bed of Nails song. I just don't see it.
That woman is a pretty prolific
She
songwriter.
very much so. Yeah. You just don't, but that's not something you normally hear.
Right.
It's kind of
Exactly.
strange. Yeah.
All
right, Dennis, what do you got?
I'm a huge Alice Cooper fan, but this album just really doesn't do a whole lot for me. And Poison was the only thing I could come up with, which is, I like that intro to it, but this album just doesn't do a lot for me.
Well, one of the reasons that I didn't pick Poison is the same reason that you don't pick a lot of songs
Sure.
because of the burnout factor.
Right.
Because you're never, ever again going to go see an Alice Cooper show but he doesn't play that song.
Oh, of course. But yeah, there's
But
just
luckily,
there's nothing other on the album that really just jumps out. I don't know. I just wasn't.
Yeah. But luckily, when you go to an Alice Cooper show, he does play Bed of Nails.
That's true.
At least the last couple I've been to. So I picked Bed of Nails.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm standing there singing Bed of Nails as loud as I can. My wife's looking at me going, what are you saying?
What the fuck are you talking about?
And then there's a kid sitting in front of me singing that's probably 15 years old that's screaming it to his lungs too. And I'm like, yeah. It was really funny. Bizarre night. That's for sure. All right, let's go back to Faster Pussycat now. How's that?
All right. That's
all
good.
right. So the album is Wake Me When It's Over.
Mm-hmm.
And it was released on August 28th, 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, just in the nick of time. No, you said August, didn't you?
I said August. I was going to
Sorry.
say, well, goddamn, when does your year end?
Chinese New Year's.
I don't know.
Something like that.
I'll shut up now. Mute.
And Faster Poison. I think we know which song I'm going to pick. Faster Pussycat is one of those bands that has 4 songs I know, one of them being a cover on a different album. But I picked Poison Ivy. House of Pain is a good song, but that one has got the burnout factor for me. So Poison Ivy does too, but less much so than House of Pain.
Yeah, I like this album's okay for me. I love Faster Pussycat. I like their other albums a lot more. But I do like Slip of the Tongue on this album. I mean, that's clever as shit. It's funny.
Is one of the lyrics something about being in deep shit?
Slip of the tongue, you're in deep shit.
Yeah.
So bad, something I can taste it.
Oh my God. You're getting in Gene Simmons territory there.
Was that a Gene Simmons produced record? It probably
good.
was.
No.
It probably has a co-write on there.
Probably somewhere. Anyway,
how funny.
All right, I picked because this is one of my favorite songs from that era period is Poison Ivy. I just like that that whole riff and everything.
Right.
So
it's a good song.
Yep. All right. The next is LA Guns, some version of them. I think the original. But anyway, LA Guns, Cocked and Loaded.
We will call it the well-known version. How's that? Right. Actually, I think it was the original version.
I think it was too.
I think this is their second album.
Yeah.
That was released on August 22nd, 1989. And this one was hard for me to pick because, in my opinion, there's not a stinker on here. But because I love Jane Mansfield so much, and supposedly this song was written about her, I chose Ballad of Jane.
Okay. I love Never Enough. I think that
was my second pick.
That guitar lick in there is just freaking awesome. Yeah, I love that song. So yeah, that was an easy one for me. I was like, oh, done.
I didn't even look at it.
Didn't even have to do anything. That's a great song.
Nope, pick Never Enough. Yeah. Move on, I think. All right. Next, so I picked Never Enough too. So next song is Mr. Big. Next album is Mr. Big's Big Love. Is it? No, Mr. Big. Just the Mr. Big record,
self-titled,
right?
Yeah.
Self-titled. Yeah.
That came out June 20th, 1989. And I am not don't kill me, fellas, but I'm not a Mr. Big fan at all. So Addicted to That Rush happens to be on a compilation album that I have of 80s rock songs. So that's my pick.
Okay. So I went with hold on a second. I'm trying to find something here. What's the lead singer's name? I can't. I'm drawing a fucking
Eric
blank.
Martin.
Eric Martin. There you go. His vocals are just fantastic. And I'm like you. I mean, I think the band itself is just loaded to the gills with talent. I think, after a while though, like that, Billy Sheehan, I love his bass playing, but after a while, it's kind of like Yngwie. It just kind of gets a little annoying. It's like, okay, I've heard you do these 1,000 notes. So anyway, I went with pull it back up here. Anything for You. I think his voice is just fantastic in there. The song is laid back. Nobody's fucking going off doing a bunch of shit. It's just a really good bluesy, great song. And I don't have to sit there and go, oh shit, it's just really relaxing to listen to. But yeah, he's got a great voice.
Yeah, this is a record. I had this record at one point in time.
I do. I got the CD of it somewhere.
Yeah, I probably have the CD.
It's one of those Columbia House ones. I
probably was.
I got stuck with it.
I think I might have to at one time.
I forgot to send my little card back in time, and I got it. Oh, yeah, fuck it.
I picked Big Love off this record because it's just a
right.
Little bit deeper cut. I do, and I like a couple songs on here, but like I said, but yeah, I like Big Love. Pretty good song.
Cool.
All right, next up, one of my favorite bands of all time, Great White. The record is Twice Shy.
Twice Shy.
That was released on April 12th, 1989. I saw these guys in concert in Germany and almost got trampled at the show.
Oh, same show.
Alice Cooper.
I was gonna say should be.
That'd
have been a good show.
There you go.
It was a good, and you know, that's one of the only reasons that I went is because the guy that was driving, I bought his ticket if he would drive because he was such a huge Great White fan. You know, because I didn't drive out of my comfort zone when I was in Germany right away. So we went. This is a great album. I have a hard time picking off of this one. I had to go with Mr. Bone because she wants the small head to rock her. Just for that lyric alone.
All right. Like you said, it is a good album. But Great White does one thing really, really good.
Cover songs.
No, they're slow bluesy songs.
Yeah.
And House of Broken Love is fantastic. Russell's voice, you know, and the guitar playing in this is just phenomenal. I mean, I just love this song. So.
Well, I do stand by what I said. They do good cover songs.
They do.
Oh, they do. Don't get me wrong.
But they do a great Led Zeppelin.
I was going to say
I had 2 records.
Their Led Zeppelin stuff
Phenomenal.
is fire.
Yeah, phenomenal. I picked. I went with Mr. Bone. It's like one of my favorite bands. I love every song on that record.
A good song too.
But that song, I just love it when they do that live and they start that song. I love it. It's a great song.
Honorable mention to Wasted Rock Ranger though. I don't think that's on every release, but it's on some of them. Some maybe the re-releases.
Cool.
Anyway.
All right. Then we get into obscure land here. Faith No More.
Well, that's
the next record.
That is really not an obscure record. It just only had one good song on it.
Yeah, that's what I meant by obscure.
Wow.
And after that, there's another one. So here we go to obscure land.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Who picked Epic? Let's go. Let's make this easy.
No.
Alan and Bill picked Epic. By the way, the name of that album is The Real Thing, and it came out June 20th, 1989.
This was the one I was talking about when we were chatting back and forth. Not, you know, we never talk about this stuff beforehand, but I told you, I said, man, there was a couple of these albums in here that were forgotten gems that I really liked back in the day, and just kind of they got put to the side and just not brought back up. I love this album, and the song that I picked off here is the most obscure fucking song on here. But Surprise You're Dead. That thing is just a punk. Fucking just a great song. But I mean, God, there's so many good songs on that album. I mean, that was the one I had a hard time to really to pick what is the best one, and I just went with that one because it's.
Well, I think out of all of these songs, I might actually pull that one up and give it a listen.
And I tell you what, their version of War Pigs is probably one of the best covers ever. I mean,
you know, because I wanted to pick that one.
Right.
You know, because there are a couple of covers in here in my list.
Right.
But I didn't want to pick it because it was a cover. Right. And I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I do agree. Their version of War Pigs covers absolutely phenomenal.
But that album, just put it on sometime and just listen to it. I mean, if you get an opportunity, there's a lot of good. Unless
of course I had a roommate in the Air Force that listened to it all the time, and I can't stand the fucking album.
That's true too. But yeah, it is. I mean, and it kind of goes all over the place. You know, and I tell you what, it's not off that album, but their other best cover is Commodore's
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, I do like that.
It's absolutely fantastic. The guitar lead in there. I've got a Charlie horse. Son of a bitch. Hold on.
Well, while he's rubbing
No, I'm
While
good
he's
now.
rubbing his horse, that's what
Well,
he's
he's rubbing
calling it
one
these
out.
Well, I
days.
got dehydrated today at work, and that's why I'm cramping up really bad at night. It's not good.
Well, we can move to the next record.
Okay, go.
We
Yeah,
can.
go. So anyway, go.
Which is Extreme. And I don't have I didn't write the album. Is that the album title?
It's self-titled, yes.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
And this is the album that just said 1989. I have no idea.
You know why? Because you know why? Because nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, that's
It's that
exactly
bad.
why.
It's
I don't
fucking
know
terrible.
about the rest of you guys, but I'm going with the only song on there I know, which is Mother Don't Want to Go to School Today, which is a good song. I do like that song.
Gary Sharon put his stamp of shit on that one, just like he did Van Halen. It's just fucking bad. I just cannot.
Well,
I went
picked,
with. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I picked. I had, of course, I needed to pick something, so I went through, and Kid Eagle was the only one that I could kind of halfway stand.
Well, no, you didn't need to pick something. You could have said, "Fuck this album."
I was trying. No,
thing.
I did on one. So there you go.
You did on one? Wow. Okay. All right. I picked Teacher's Pet off that. I listened to the record and was like, yeah, okay, I'll pick that one.
that was a throw. I mean, I was like, oh,
that was just a bad record. It didn't say every good record came out in 1989. Right. But every record was good. All right. Now moving on. This record got a little airplay. Just a little bit.
See, and that's the issue with
just
this
a little bit.
It's not the fact that the songs are bad. Yeah. Burnout Factor.
So this is Aerosmith's Pump. Might have got a little airplay.
I might have got a little bit of airplay, and a lot of the songs on this album got airplay.
A lot did, yes.
But that came out September 12th, 1989, and I narrowed it down to two, which are two of the biggest ones on here, and I went with Janie's Got a Gun. It's because it has got the same, and we've discussed this about Aerosmith's Kings and Queens a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
That one guitar sound that it makes, I don't know why, but that's my favorite part of that song.
Cool. Well, I went with one, and I like I said, I had this album and I actually listened to it quite a bit until the point where I didn't have to listen to it because it was on the fucking radio every time I turned it on. But the Hoodoo Voodoo Medicine Man, I like that song a lot. There's a lot going on there. That bass line in there is fucking
Tom
crazy.
Hamilton.
Oh my God. Listen to that bass line
Highly
at the very
underrated
beginning.
bass player.
I mean, I was sitting there going, and I even stopped it. I backed it up. I'm like, God damn. I just really focused in on it. I was like, shit. A lot of good sound going on into it's kind of got a little bit of a jungly thing going on. But it's a song that I haven't heard a million fucking times too. That might be a big
it probably has something to do with it.
So yeah. Hoodoo Voodoo Missing Man.
I picked one of those songs we've heard 1,000 times, which is What It Takes.
Yeah.
I think that's the last song on the record, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or
Might
something
be.
like that. Close to it. Yeah.
It's good.
Might be. I don't remember.
Yeah.
That's a
Good song.
That was a hit machine.
It was. That record was like, release a single, watch it go to the top. Right. Release a single, watch it go to the top.
Yeah, no shit.
All right. Next record. Enough's Enough.
New thing.
That's
New
also
thing.
self-titled, August
Oh, it's
22nd,
that's right.
1989, and I heard somebody say my pick.
Was it? Well, there's
New
two
thing.
songs. There's two big songs.
I don't like Fly High Michelle at all.
Yeah. Not a fan.
But
I'd agree.
new thing, I can deal with that song. It's on that same compilation album as the Addicted to the Rush is.
Okay.
So
Actually, I had to listen to both songs, and I flip flop like 6 times because I do like both songs almost as equal. But I kind of went with New Thing because it's a little more upbeat. So
I think we have a trifecta there.
we
I
do.
went with
That might be our first and only trifecta.
No.
we had a trifecta earlier.
We had a trifecta earlier.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did it at the Cult.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because nobody else knew any of
That's
the
the only
songs.
good song. Yeah. All right.
All right. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We have Sabotage. I think it's called Gunther's Ballet.
Gutter.
Gutters. Gutter Ballet.
Ballet.
Gutter Ballet. Yeah, well, I
Gutter
can't read my handwriting.
Ballet was released on December 1st, 1989, and I got nothing. I
All right.
don't like this band. I couldn't name a single song. I wasn't going to bother trying to listen to it to find a song. So let's move along.
Well, I did, and I did the same thing. I went through, and the only one I could kind of go, okay, I can kind of listen to this was "She's in Love," but yeah, there wasn't a whole.
Well, I got through it, and I got unholy. I got the unholy out of it.
All right, I don't even.
It doesn't sound at all like Gene Simmons either, does it?
No, God, no.
Yeah, that's kind of one that. Yeah, that's not in my collection.
Yeah, so that would never.
If I had got the card from Columbia House, that motherfucker had been sent back. No accident on that one.
So the next record is really obscure because I don't know about you guys. I couldn't find it. So
that's the one I've had no pick on because
I did go find a YouTube video, but
right.
I listened to that, and that was what I would say is because that's the only one I could find, which is Black Sabbath's "Headless Cross."
Right. I found I found the listing for the songs, but that's as far as I could get. There's no Spotify does not have it.
No,
I couldn't find it.
That's because it's probably crap.
It's very obscure. So
yeah, well, and it was a Richie Blackmore thing, I think. So
I don't know. I don't know.
Not Richie Blackmore.
Oh, not Richie Blackmore. Tommy Iommi. Sorry, got the wrong band.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath, Headless Cross, released April 24th, 1989. Rewind, hear what I said about Sabotage? Same thing. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. All right. Do you have anything to add to that, Dennis?
No, same thing.
Okay.
I couldn't find it.
All right.
I figured if I can't find it, fuck it. It ain't worth
Yeah,
listening.
there you go.
So.
Okay, last album on the list
Yay!
is Wasp with the hit The Headless Children.
This was released in April of 1989. And that's the best I can tell you for the release date. And there's one song on here that I know because it's on the Wasp Greatest Hits album, and it's the song called Mean Man. And I do love this song. And I just learned today that he wrote it about Chris Holmes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I don't care much for Blackie Lawless. I never have. I mean, there's a couple songs I like, but I'm just not never been a Wasp fan. I've had a couple of their albums, had that live one, and I had, was it one with the shows like the window of a little shop and I don't even remember what the name of it.
Sure.
I have the Greatest Hits album, and I don't even listen to all of that.
But of all the songs on there, I picked Mean Man because it was one of the ones that I kind of skimmed through, and it's like, okay, that's the one I skimmed the best. So, anyway.
All right, I picked The Real Me off that album.
Now, see, I was going to
pick a cover.
That was actually on I had a compilation CD. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Who song. Yeah,
it's either Pete Townsend or a Who song.
I almost picked that one just for that fact, but I was like, man, I've already picked one cover song. Yeah, I had a compilation album where Ozzy's got one on there, and it's a bunch of different people, but that was one of them was on there. Yeah.
Speaking of cover songs that Wasp did, if you have not heard it, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting.
Yes, I have.
I love.
Yeah, that's a good version.
That cover.
Yep,
it's a great version.
Yeah, I've heard that.
All right, we have 7 duplicates.
Cool.
And of the 7, 2 are triplicates. Triplicates.
You're making up words now.
Triplets. I don't know.
Triple play.
So the triples were Enough's Enough, I think.
Right.
And the other one was the Cult. Firewoman.
Now, I did something a little crazy after I got my list. I Googled rock albums released in 1989, and I added a couple of songs to my playlist. Nine Inch Nails put out an album in 1989, and I picked the song Head Like a Hole off of that. The Queen album with all of their faces blended together.
Innuendo.
That one came out in 89, and I put the song I Want It All in my playlist.
Oh.
And the Rolling Stones Steel Wheels album came out in 1989, and I put Mixed Emotions on my playlist.
I had that one, but it came another one. It was one of those ones. I was heavy into the BMG Columbia House at that point. I think I had like 3 subscriptions going, and I got a lot of shit that I forgot to send back. So that's one of them too. Because I had one at my house when Kelly had one at our house, and then I had one. I think I have one sent to my work address under my name.
Crazy.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, well there you go. That is the was it 20 records, right? That's what we decided.
20 records. That's
20
correct.
records.
So
7
if any
of
of
them.
you guys are crazy enough to participate,
Yeah, no
leave
shit.
a comment down below. I don't care if it's on YouTube or Facebook, and
Sure.
I don't
And
think
if you can, if you
I don't think
we're-
you can get 20 songs in a tweet. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure of that.
so you were
We'll
going to
see.
say, Bill?
Well, I was just going to say, if you agree with or don't agree with our
Yeah.
picks, please let us know why you do or
Or
do
if you're a
not.
big fan of the Black Sabbath Headless Cross. Let
Give us
know.
some knowledge. We
Yeah,
need
we don't-
knowledge.
we don't know
We
it.
don't
I
have any
don't know.
knowledge.
Probably
Well, my
Ralph.
buddy Trapper,
Ralph
I
Farrell
bet,
will be a big one guy.
I bet you
on
my
it.
buddy Trapper, he'll be like, I cannot believe you don't
You
like
don't
that
know.
album.
Because I can't find it. I
Can't
don't-
find the damn thing. How do you know if you
can't
like it or
listen to
not?
I can't
That's
listen to it.
funny. All right. We good?
We good.
We
Hey, what is
done.
real quick? What is the thing that I was reading today that Ozzy's going to have some kind of surgery, and it's like only his life. It's either going to be like a life and death kind of thing. Does anybody know what it is?
I have not heard anything about that.
I've heard he's going to have surgery, and I heard it's life and death, but I haven't heard that they've
Well, not
said.
life and death, but it's something that his
Well,
life
it's going
will
to change. It could change his
right.
life forever. Yeah.
But I
haven't-
haven't heard exactly
haven't
what
heard
it
what
was.
it
I
is.
didn't know if you thought. I didn't know if you guys had heard.
No,
So
I haven't
maybe
heard.
by next week we'll hear something. So
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the dude looks horrible. So
last time I seen pictures of him, he looks
really bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Really bad.
Well,
All
on
right.
that depressing note,
Yeah, no kidding.
too
Get
bad
well,
Ozzy didn't put out an album in '89. We can throw him on the list.
Yeah, no
I'm
kidding.
surprised he did. That must have been the year he
something
missed.
else. If there's an album from 1989 that we should have talked about, let us know that too. Our email address is contact@agesofrock.com. And speaking of that, visit agesofrock.com. Check out our past episodes and social media links. And until next time, peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.